You know,
trying to see how she
love to do that.
And you want to right. Exactly.
How was yesterday? Why? Okay, we'll talk after. I was talking about your son's birthday.
Oh, that was a lot of other stuff going on. I'm in a lot of pain.
Well, I'm sure in the end, when it
Well, the catfish, like, everybody catfish back and forth, and it's so nice.
and without the $5,000,
Yeah, yeah. All right, we gotta start because we're on a super tight schedule today. We have an event planned for everyone, so Julie's gonna start. Julie, we have an event planned for everyone. So, Julie, you're gonna start.
Okay.
I'm gonna say.
Why don't you roll chair? Is that a problem? Okay. Hey, Julie. As long as you can hear everybody. I look over and
It's so big now.
Gotta get a little bit. All right, let's go, let's go.
Can we get one of those like money machines? You know, we'll put Gail in that.
Yeah. I'm a money magnet. I'm a money magnet.
Oh my God.
All right, Julie, thank you so much for the video.
Yes, thank you. I normally, for the new people, I normally bring bagels, but. with
You went all out
coronavirus,
today.
Things are a little different. I could just do the drive-through at Dunkin' Donuts, so they gave me what they gave me.
Mhm.
Yes, thank you. So I hadn't been out here in a long time since coronavirus. I didn't know it was acceptable to come out to meetings and do things. So I finally reached out to Morgan and said I need to get out there and meet all the new people. Because when did you start? March, February? February. Okay, because that's I think the last huddle I came to. So we had first started. So anyway, Julie Scott, we met Morgan. I don't have much other than, you know, to meet the new people, kind of let you know just a few quick things that I'm seeing on the mortgage side, and then see if you have any questions for me. But, you know, on the mortgage side, obviously the big things are forbearance. I'm sure you've been hearing about all of that. If somebody, and Gail, this for your buyer, Rodriguez, I don't know if he's still in the market, but Gail and I had an issue that came up on a buyer a while ago. But right now with FHA, if somebody has had any loan in forbearance the last 12 months, they cannot get an FHA loan. So that's a big thing. Like Gail had a buyer, and it's a complicated story, but anyway, the father was co-signing. He ended up having an auto loan in forbearance, so we couldn't do anything. We thought we could wait, but actually, since they got to wait 12 months now since the girlfriend had a forbearance. But anyway, I can talk to you about that separately. And on a conventional loan, as long as the forbearance is brought current, then we're fine. So what I'm saying, if somebody's got a mortgage, let's say they're selling their house or they have a second home, some of these lenders are automatically putting them in forbearance. Or just saying, oh yeah, just go ahead and do it, whether you want to make your mortgage payment or not. So like your buyer, or not your buyer, but your buyer and your seller, she has 3 mortgages and 2 of them say they're in forbearance. She tells me they're not, but the lender just did that. She's been making her payments. So we just have to get a credit update on that. But that's just something to be very, you know, cautious of.
And there's no disclosure then up front.
Sure.
When buyers go into forbearance.
With the lender that they're doing the forbearance with?
They don't say it's gonna basically take you out of.
Oh, right, exactly,
Like, when do they
yeah,
find out?
exactly.
Is that within the pre-approval process?
Yeah, like when we pull their credit, it'll say on their credit, so we could know at that time. You
When they
know?
would get the
Yes, now that's assuming the lenders look, you know, if they're going to Quicken or some of these others that just do these quick little, they may not pay attention. So, you know, it may be something you want to ask your buyers if they know if they have any loans in forbearance or any loans on their credit in forbearance. Now, this doesn't include student loans, because those are just automatically going into deferment, so that's not a big deal. But, you know, like I said, in Gail's case, her buyer had a co-signer, and they had some loans in forbearance. So, just
Well, they actually had co-signed some other ones.
yeah, so it's a whole mess, but anyway, if they have a loan on their credit, yes, then that would be an issue. Yeah, so just be cautious, because yeah, people don't realize, I know Morgan and I had a conversation about it. People don't realize, you know, lenders are like, oh, yeah, just put it in forbearance, but it will have a negative effect. You know, the other thing, and I know Anthony and I are going through this right now, I'm seeing a lot, you know, lenders are just busy with the rates being so low. They have just inundated with refinances, and of course, the purchase market is hot. I'm sure you guys are seeing that. So most lenders, number one, are taking longer. You know, I'm hearing 45 days from a lot of lenders. We're at about 30 days right now, but anything less than that is pretty difficult to do. But so with that said, I'm finding a lot of people like Anthony just ran into this with the seller. You know, they find out the day before closing that, oh, we're having an issue. And they're just looking for reasons. Usually it's not really a legitimate reason. I had 3 loans this week that we're going to rescue because the other lender just dropped the ball and couldn't do it. So just obviously you're always, you know, monitoring your buyers or you know, the buyers on your properties, but just stay very close. Try to keep close communication with your lenders and be very cautious of what lender they choose to go with. I'm hearing a lot of nightmare stories.
Can you like explain for people that maybe are newer that haven't heard about the rescue loan, how that works?
Sure. Yeah. So Movement Mortgage, we have a loan rescue process. Typically, when it's not as busy as it is now, we get it in, we rush everything, and usually, assuming there's nothing too crazy, we can close in about 2 weeks or so. Right now, because it is busy, we're told we can't really close anything in less than 30 days. Doesn't mean we can't, but we can't promise that we can close anything in less than 30 days. But like in Anthony's situation, they were supposed to close like today or yesterday or something, and then the lender came in, some out-of-town lender came in like right before closing and said, oh, sorry, we can't close it, we have a problem with something. You know, so I got the borrower's information, we got the loan submitted right away. We actually got an appraisal waiver, so we don't have to worry about the appraisal, and hopefully we'll be able to close it by the end of the month. But you know, a lot of these lenders have overlays, that have been around for a while, so they just kind of make up their own rules that make it more difficult. So anytime you have a question, whether I'm going to do the loan or not, you know, reach out to me, let me know. I'm here to help you guys in any way that I can. So, and then the final thing I had is just, you know, as I said, rates are low. So make sure, you know, that all of your buyers know that they're on the fence or, you know, they're not sure if they're going to buy. I've watched people as low as 2.875 with no points on a 30-year, you know, depending on the situation. So I've been doing this 20 plus years. Have you ever seen rates as low, Denny? I mean, you probably saw it in the 15%.
Oh, you're higher than that.
18,
Yeah.
said.
So somebody could really, you know, a year ago when rates were 4, whatever they were, I mean, to buy a $300,000 home, your payment was so much higher than it is today. So people can buy higher price homes. Their affordability is much better. So just keep that in mind.
Question. If you're going to do an investment loan, so 30% down, doesn't require any docs, can any of that be gifted to you?
So just like a loan to buy an investment property?
Mhm.
No.
No.
Investment property, it has, well, first off, if it's single family, 15% is minimum.
Mm-hmm.
Multi-family, like duplex, is 25%. But it has to be your own money, and the seller concession can't be more than 2%.
Okay. 2%.
Right.
So the only time you can get a gift is FHA then.
No, it could be a primary or second conventional loan, just not investment. So So yeah, the primary home or second home, it can all be a gift. And then the seller concessions are usually anywhere from 3 to 9%. It's usually covered.
And the forbearance is only for FHA, so they can still get a loan.
So yeah,
Conventional.
it's conventional, but we have to make sure the loan is current. So if they had a loan and they put it in forbearance in April and they haven't made a payment since then, they would have to bring it current.
Yeah, we were, the situation was trying to figure out because the guy 1099, blah, 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 so he wasn't gonna qualify under the terms he had. So then the lender at first was like, oh, it said it went 5%, I put 20 and you'll be fine. But then I found out, no, it's actually needs to put 30 and do an investment loan. Not have to turn in any docs in order to do it, but he didn't have.
Okay, so yeah, that was
30%.
something different if you had no docs, some
Mhm.
sort of like portfolio loan.
Yeah, so it's gonna be some sort of portfolio loan and put 30% down and doesn't have to provide any documentation, but then if I don't have all 30% to be able to put down. And so I'm like, oh, cool, gift it, but
Right.
lender said no, and so I didn't know if there was any amount that you can gift in that circumstance.
Right.
So, yeah,
Right.
okay.
Yeah, how far away was the Stratford home? Because so I don't think I can.
I mean, it has to make sense, you know, like me personally, I bought a condo in Fort Myers Beach. Because it's a resort community and like I'm going there to sleep, you know, I can use it as a second home. I could do that as a second home. But if you're just living in, you know, Orlando and you want to buy something in Lakeland, so I forget, it's somewhere around 200 miles away. I have to look up the exact.
Or I was told it was like 100.
Yeah, I can't remember the exact mileage, but it just has to make sense, yeah. Or like a resort. If somebody's buying something on, say, the beach and they live in Fort Myers, they should be able to call that a second home. But if they live in Fort Myers, they're buying in Lehigh, no. But yeah, they can't buy, yeah, it has to be something else. And then the other thing I just want to mention real fast is with COVID, you know, and every lender is a little different with this, but Fannie Mae now requires for self-employed borrowers, we have to get current income information. So usually we just get their most recent tax return, which would be 2019, and use that. Now we have to get a year-to-date profit and loss, 2 months business bank statements, because they have to see that the business is still generating income. So, you know, obviously if you have a buyer that is self-employed, be careful, or, you know, obviously if you have a buyer that say is a bartender, you know, it's going to be a little more difficult because they're going to look at their current income.
Reorder.
So just be careful. I've heard some lenders say they're not doing self-employed at all. So, you know, every lender is going to be a little bit different. So any other questions that I can answer?
I think when all this COVID stuff happened and everyone was getting unemployment, that was a question I had for you was how is the unemployment going to affect someone's ability to buy a home? And correct me if I'm wrong, I think you said if they were back to work within like 6 months or something, it wouldn't be a big knock, but if it were longer than that, it would be an issue.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends. So like with FHA, if you have, and this has just always been the case, if you are unemployed for 6 months or more, and you start working again, you have to be back to work for 6 months. Conventional doesn't have that requirement. But, you know, like I've seen a lot of people, they work in the restaurant. I mean, I actually just told somebody who works in the restaurant. I was kind of surprised that they still had the income, but worked in a restaurant, was off for 2 months, but then they went back to work and we could see, you know, the hours that they were working were consistent with what they had before. So it just has to make sense. But yeah, that is the rule on FHA.
Are you able to use what somebody's making for unemployment?
No.
Is there monthly?
No.
I know you talked about the appraisal last time you were here. Can you go just like
Yes, I'll tell you, I was very excited. I don't know if anybody's
Yeah,
talking
the
about which actually was
motivation.
incorrect. In 24 hours, we got 5 appraisal waivers. I'm shocked. But what happens is it's only unconventional, not FHA or VA. We run it through Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac's underwriting system, and it'll come back and let us know if we need appraisal or not. And I would say 30% of the time we don't need one. And it's just, you know, back in the day, for everybody that's been around, we used to do APMs, automated evaluation models, where we didn't have to actually do appraisals, like probably similar to like Zillow, how they come up with values. So Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac just have a database. So like your listing, we got that, which means it's probably being sold at a good So yeah, those are wonderful. So as long as the borrower is good with it, we don't need an appraisal. But like your borrower, they wanted an appraisal.
Yeah,
So we
right.
got one, which is fine, came in okay, but so they can always get an appraisal.
What are the qualifications?
Just has to be conventional. No. I got one the other day, investment property. I was shocked. It came in with an appraisal. And it doesn't have to be a certain percentage down, but usually 20% down, usually less than that. Yeah, so if you have a loan with a lender, make sure you inquire on that, if they need it. Some lenders just aren't doing that, like probably Gold Star over there. They probably didn't need it. Well, good. Oh, and one last thing, and I'll leave these here. I had these made up. So if you have kind of thick paper, but we do have for your buyers, it's a $500 lender credit.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, so I'll leave those up there when I leave, but, yeah, so feel free, if it's like a $50,000 loan,
Well, that's.
wouldn't approve of that, but, if it's at least 150,000 or something, which most of them are, then we're happy to give them the $500. Just make sure they mention it to me. when you
Yeah,
call.
it's awesome. Thank you.
Well, good, and then of course my cards are up there, so like I said, I use me as a resource, anything that I can do for you, just call me anytime, text me, I'm usually pretty responsive.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, 18, so if you guys ever have a question, even if it's, you have a buyer that's working with a different lender and you're like, this sounds weird, give Julie a call and she'll answer. I do it all the time.
Or the seller, I know you call me.
That's what I'm saying, I call you all the
anytime
time when I have my
you run
seller
into an
issues.
issue. Yeah, so yeah, feel free to reach out to me anytime.
Yeah, Sonny, would you add to the role play, basically, our agents, you're saying, well, I already have my lender, we should have the script prepared for them. But yes, they can have a lender, however, they can pick the wrong lender because they can save it 8 to the point or something.
So
And
script
that lender
for,
doesn't perform, and then they're out on it.
okay, script for lenders. Got it.
Well, thank you.
Thanks, Julie.
Thanks, Julie.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Okay, so today, we are going to, this is Learn About Gateway Day. So we're gonna do a little scavenger hunt. Everyone's gonna participate. So I have I'll start with Tony. Wait, 1, 2.
Maybe hard.
Okay, there's 9 in here, so
Pick one.
just pick one. Make sure it's only one.
Don't open it.
Julie, don't open it.
It's like a fortune cookie.
Got it.
So
I don't.
you're gonna go to where your,
Don't open it.
don't open it.
Don't open it.
Yeah. You're gonna go to where your paper says.
It's not a 4-letter word.
You have to let us know.
I didn't know what that was for.
Yeah.
Don't look, Rob.
Don't. Nope, Rob. Who?
That went in.
Does Mandy have one?
Oh, T.
Outside. Listen to the rules. Oh, okay.
That's what I was gonna say. I hope mine's not in Hampton Park. Because I can't get in there. They won't let me in
Wait,
there.
Hang on.
Dan from Hampton Park.
Go.
Okay, so we want to know 2 things that make this unique. So you're gonna write down 2 things or share when you come back. 2 things that make this particular property or where you're going unique. You have to be back by 9:15 to share with everybody. You have to take pictures of where you're going.
Hang on, we're starting a little later. When it's finished, it's
Flip the
better.
M1.
9:20.
Exactly.
9:25. 9:25. Okay, so we know it's not gonna take you very long to do that. So then we want you to drive around Gateway and take pictures. And whoever comes back with the most signs that are for sale,
So neighborhood sign.
neighborhood signs. Wait, what?
Believe it's out with Pinewood Lakes.
Oh, neighborhood signs, okay, neighborhood signs.
Yes, neighborhood identifying sign, neighborhood, sign that identifies the neighborhood, not for sale sign.
Okay.
Oh, so like Hampton Park.
Right.
Right.
Right. Stony Brook.
2 from the place that we're going, right?
Right, and what makes that particular place unique? So whoever, the person who completes the assignment and takes the most pictures is the winner.
You can't be late.
You cannot be late. So 9:25 is the cutoff. Don't come in here at 9:26. Did
Wait a minute.
everybody get one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
look at it, and who has to be called in? That would be a Stony Brook or something, I don't know what.
One I got. All right.
And I'm good with the one I
Yeah.
got.
So we'll see you at 9:25. You guys are already like sitting here.
Yeah.
Go.
Time is ticking.
What's going on here? Go.
Yeah, you're gonna win that ticket to Greece.
You can see what pictures are on the MLS.
If you don't know, Google it. Have a great day, Holly.
Thanks. Have a good day. Have fun.
Oh, is that right?
We'll talk to you on Monday.
Okay, sounds good. Bye.